This is painful. This video feels like a first full circle. Spring vision board. My way of living is seated. Tickets were sold out completely. That is an investment. I'm just far away from having it all. Something that I did manage to do. This economy, I have no words to say. I feel like I start being emotional here now. That is just my body. This one is fail. This vision board helped and I'm the happiest ever. Hello, my name is Marina and welcome to my channel. This video feels like a first full circle of me publishing on YouTube, and it's because I published my first video here just not so long ago. And that first video was about me, just some introduction. I was creating my spring vision board. Vision boards are something very dear and important to me, and I prefer to create them by season. Just because if I want to create a year vision board, it seems to me so long. When I create something in, I don't know, December or January, normally I just completely forget about it until February already or March. So like seasonal vision boards are doing better job for me, I would say, from this experience. Spring vision board was the third one that I made. First one was for autumn last year, then the second one was for winter, and this was the third one, which means that I think that next video will already be the creation of summer vision board. But now I just want to focus on what I accomplished this spring. And if I ask myself a question, did this vision board help? Definitely yes. And like now, from season to season, I can really see and say that it's doing the job. I'm not going to talk that much about how do I create it, because it will be the topic for the next video, in the next one or the one after that, I will see. It will be the creation of summer vision board. But now I just really want to focus on what happened this spring and what I accomplished or not from my vision board. So I always had it with me, this vision board. It was on my lock screen, like this. I'm making that in Pinterest, so it's always easy, accessible. So without any further ado, let's start. I will go, let's say, from the top towards the bottom or whatever. First one that I can see here was massage. I started doing massages regularly this year. My way of living is seated. That's my lifestyle, seated. And I think that it's the case for the most of us. My work is based at home, so I'm seated the most of my day. And even though I do move every day, I tend to move every day, my back is suffering, is hurting. So without me even noticing it, because I don't have issues on a daily basis, but then when I go to have a massage, I feel it so deep. So that is a moment for me where I just go, it's time for myself. I only do 30 minutes. And I have to be honest, that is an investment. And I'm very happy to have a very good insurance policy that is covering the most of it for me. So I really I use it 100%. And I know that a lot of people don't even know everything that is covered by their health insurance. So don't be lazy. Check out your policy, because maybe you will find out that somehow you have some benefits that you're not using at all. Use them. Let's go to the second one, YouTube. I am so consistent with publishing on YouTube. This is my favorite platform. I mean, I'm not using a lot of social media. I'm using YouTube and Instagram. I think that I spend more time on YouTube than on Instagram because I prefer long format content than just like 20 seconds videos. Instagram is okay just to, scroll when I don't have nothing special to do or whatever, when I have a time to kill, but I always prefer YouTube. And I'm watching vlogs for quite some time now, and that's why. And I love to film myself. I love to speak. I don't have an issue with exposing. So that's why I decided to start this. And publishing every Sunday from when I started. I think my first video, wait, I really need to check this. I really want to check when did I published my first video. 2 months ago. So it's kind of wow. And I'm not chasing here my presence on YouTube. I don't chase any numbers. I'm not even looking on statistics. I know that I don't have a lot of people that are subscribed or whatever, but I'm really doing this for me, for my sister, and for my closest people from my life that really want to be updated of what's happening in my life, that love me, that find me interesting. And of course, for everybody who doesn't know me, I'm very thankful that you are here, and I suppose that we are sharing same passion, same values. That's why you are here. That's why you are subscribed to my channel. So thank you again. And this is so fun. This is really pure, enjoyable hobby for me. Next one, Vivaia shoes. I really wanted this specific shoes. I really wanted them, this mocassins, how do you say? But didn't found them. Of course, they were sold online, but then I bought another Vivaia shoes that are gorgeous, that fit perfectly, but I have an issue with back thing slipping down my heel constantly. So I'm even like thinking to sell them, but I found online some like trick how you can keep it up. So maybe I will give them another chance and try, see if I can keep them or not. But still, I need some nice moccasins for maybe autumn. I don't know, but now it's not a time. It's over. Next one, my Aquasport. So aqua gym or aqua bike or aqua mix. I'm doing this once a week. In fact, I have a subscription of 4 classes per month. So I'm going once a week to my classes, and this is me in my era of being active, but doing that physical, that movement that really makes me happy. I do feel like suffering, because really this is very intense. But it is just a moment for me, and I'm not forcing myself. I mean, even sometimes I don't have a will to go, to be honest, but I say to myself, Marina, this is only once a week. You can go and you will go. I think that's why I stopped going to the gym, because I was going to the gym regularly, 3 times per week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. As soon as it was noon and I was on my lunch break, I was going to the gym like automatically. And like that for 6 months, for instance. And then I just stopped. I didn't have any mental capacity to go there again, because I was exhausted of it, and it became so boring. And I know that maybe it's also supposed to be boring sometimes, right? Because, that becomes a routine when you're disciplined and all of that. But I just couldn't do that anymore. So I found something new, and it makes me feel great about myself, and I'm getting better and better. When I remember my first aqua bike class, I felt like Alice in Wonderland. I was so lost, but now, girl, I'm switching positions and everything. I can even keep like when I'm up without even holding the bike, my core is so much stronger, and feeling is great. This one, acquire. We went to Serbia in May, and and I was singing in a big concert of my choir, Sveti Roman Slatkopojac, and it was the concert for the 20 years of the choir, and it was one of the best feelings ever, one of the most emotional events ever. We were singing for us and for the audience. Preparations of that concert were so easy and emotional, and that was one of the best decisions I made this year, I think, to really make the effort and go to Serbia to be able to sing on that concert. Moving to the next one, talking about Serbia, a wedding. Yes, when we were there in May, we attended a wedding. It was a wedding in the family, a traditional Serbian wedding with all the customs, and it was super fun. And it was in fact in the same restaurant where we had our wedding in Serbia in 2023, and it brought so much of beautiful memories and emotions. And of course that we remembered, like, yeah, when my husband and myself were talking during dinner, do you remember when we came in and then that happened and that person did that, and then the band was playing this and then the DJ, and it was so nice. And that wedding was also very, very full of joy, of love, of tears, but like happy tears, emotional tears. Great experience. This one is representing Brussels. So this is a royal garden in Brussels. Unfortunately, we couldn't go because like tickets were sold out completely. But we went to Brussels. We spent a weekend there. That was not the first time for me. I already been to Brussels, I think 2 years ago, because I have one of my closest friends living there. But it was different because we went to see the family, and it was very special, very weird, but positive weird. And we were so lucky together over there, and it's definitely one of the most special trips ever. Not because of the location, to be honest, but because of the people that we were with. On to the next one, asparagus. Asparagus, yes, we ate a lot of asparagus this spring. That is maybe even my favorite spring vegetable, and I also showed to you in my video where I was cooking and working from home, how do I make them super easy to make. And in general this spring, yes, we were prioritizing fresh vegetables, definitely. It became very important to me with time. When I say with time, with what do I eat, how it's prepared, the quality of the ingredients, and I really do my best to prioritize vegetables. I know that protein is super important, yes, but I mean, it's not good to eat only meat all the time. You have to add some colors to your plate. So eating vegetables, very, very yes. Instagram, this is painful. Okay, so what is happening right now with my Instagram profile? I started one journey, let's say, on my Instagram. I created a new Instagram profile last year, around this time, in July. And it was supposed to be very specific regarding the creation of my program, travel program for women that are working from home or that are entrepreneurs, that is called Business in the City. And I don't give up on that. So that is one specific thing. Business in the City will exist in the future. I will be organizing that for sure. But in the meanwhile, I changed some things and some strategy, and I decided that I want to have a digital product of mine. And that's what I'm working on right now. So the product is not done yet. It's far away from being done. And that's why my content on Instagram is right now nothing in specific. I'm there from time to time. I'm trying to stay a little bit active, but I don't have any specific strategy or whatsoever. So I wanted this spring to understand what do I want from Instagram. So I understood in a sense of like, okay, I know I want to have my digital product. Yeah. But still, I'm just far away from having it all, let's say. So I would put this in the box of fails for this season, definitely. And the next one, Easter eggs. This was one of the most special Easter that I spent, and it was exactly because we were in Brussels. And again, not because we were in that city or in that country, in Belgium, it's because of the people who we spent time with. So for that Easter morning, we had a lovely Easter breakfast and they really did everything for me to feel like I'm at home. We were like eating eggs and we did that I don't know how to say this in English. We have that tradition that we are eating really like real eggs, but boiled, and then we color them. And then for Easter morning during breakfast, we are having a battle who will win when we like you take two eggs and then you crush it one on the other and then you see who won. Of course, the person who has intact egg won. So it was not me. I forgot who was it. I totally forgot who was it. But anyways, it was very special. Going to the market, this one is fail. I think that we went one time maybe to the market. It was just, we didn't have any time. During the week, it's impossible. On weekends, often I had in the morning my aqua gym class, or if not, we were somewhere, we were not even home or whatever. But I have to say that we found a solution and that we managed to eat very well and healthy this spring. I think on vegetables. When I say this, fruits are my big problem because fruits are just not my thing. If you give me a plate with like already peeled, cut fruits, I will eat it, no problem. But for me to have some fruit, like my own initiative, unfortunately, it's not happening. It's just not my thing. That's all. Savings. Okay, for this spring, this one is fail, definitely. This economy, I have no words to say. We are always trying to have a system that is working for us, which means that we have a specific percentage of our salary that is going to savings every single month. That is like non-negotiable. For us, this spring, like prices were so insane and we had some very unexpected costs that we just couldn't save nothing. I think my savings for spring were literally nothing. We were talking about optimizing, what should we do, and then we will calculate everything. It's just, we can't do anything. There are some things regarding our routine and the quality of our lives that we don't want to give up. That is too much important for us. And I mean, we just said, okay, time is like that. We need to see maybe how to earn more instead of how to spend less. So we will see. Definitely a topic for summer to think about. But regarding savings, something that I did manage to do is I have one specific account that is only for me, my savings. So I'm not talking about a household, like my husband and myself, it's only me. And I put one smaller percentage of my salary every single month on that account. And that one, I did it. And what I do with that money at the end of the year, I just give some very special present to myself. Last year, I booked an exclusive trip that unfortunately I couldn't go to. It was supposed to be in Venice with Dolce Vita Ladies Club, and I couldn't go because we had a tragical event that happened in the family. But it was something for me. But what I did, they managed to reimburse me a tiny percentage of that. And with that money, I bought this camera. So thanks to that savings, I'm here able to talk to you. So yeah, so I cannot say that savings, it was total fail, but it was not how I wanted to. But I really did my best. That's fine. Next one, Novi Sad. This is a symbol, one of the symbols of Novi Sad. Novi Sad is a city in Serbia where I was living for 13 years. I left there right after high school for my studies, and I stayed there until I moved completely from Serbia when I got married, when I moved to France in 2022, 23. And then since I moved, it's very difficult to me when I go to Serbia because my parents are not living there. My parents are living in close to Pančevo, next to Belgrade, to the capital. It's like 2 hours away from Novi Sad. And every time when I go to Serbia, of course that I prioritize my parents and I always go to see my parents. That is, the most logical thing for me. But I really prefer to be and stay in Novi Sad, and I really miss enormously my maid family that I created. I feel like I start being emotional here now. That is in Novi Sad. So when I come to Serbia, I always go and stay in Novi Sad for like 2 days or 1 day or just a couple of hours, or I just don't go at all because I always prefer to stay with my parents, of course. But this time we stayed 10 days in Novi Sad, and I was the happiest in the world because I had time to see not all of my friends. Unfortunately, I never have time to see everybody, but some of them, the most of them, let's say. And I spent time with my choir, and I could go to rehearsals, and we had a concert, and then we were just with Yusuf, we were enjoying the sun. The weather was perfect. We had an apartment in a great location, and it felt very peaceful. And I was really, honestly, so happy and so fulfilled. Next one, paddle. Will I ever learn? If I say paddle or padel, stay tuned. Maybe someday I will learn. I tried to play paddle. I really wanted to try because it seems very fun and it seemed easy till I tried it and then you realize it's not easy. But it is very fun. And we are going together, Yusuf and myself. We went once with a couple of friends and it was super fun. That was for the first time, in fact. And then every other time we went alone, just two of us, and we always had so much fun. And the best thing about it is what I was just talking about, aqua gym previously. I'm doing that because I want to have fun and move, like moving is not only going to the gym, moving is so much more. And trust me, after only like 20 minutes of playing paddle, you are sweating so much because it's a constant cardio, but also we're having so much fun. We're laughing all the time, and I really feel like a kid when we are playing paddle. So we're doing that once a week normally, and we definitely will keep doing that. I think that I have 3 more to go. And this one is for PI planning, product increment planning. It was a very important ceremony for my work. I went to Paris recently, in fact, for that event, and it was great. That is a moment where we meet with all top people, let's say, from the product and engineering managers to speak about the next quarter. What are we going to do? How we are going to do it? Which teams do we have? Just the planning for the next quarter, and it's always a big deal. This one was specific because we had some major changes in the organization, but that's why I put it here, because I really wanted to be really focused on that, and it was all good. It was very good. It all went well. And something quite related to that is this one little AI thing here. AI, come on. I would love for people from, let's say, IT industry or maybe any other industry to realize that AI cannot make you lose your job. But if you don't learn how to work with AI, you are in a big risk. That is 100% sure. So I'm really trying to keep up with AI, to keep up with everything that is changing in this industry, because I want to know also, and because it's part of my job. I cannot imagine my work today without AI. So I'm doing quite well. I still need to learn to work better with Cloud Code. That is one of the AI tools that exist, and I should really deep dive into that. But look, I'm doing okay. I'm there with the basics, so let's see what the next season will bring on. The last but not least thing from here is me in this beautiful jumpsuit, in fact, very elegant with my Aperol spritz and all of that. This is representing me that wants to like go back and get into that jumpsuit again, but it also symbolizes that I really wanted to lose some weight and to look better. I gained, so I lost 50 kilos after my gastric tube surgery, and I gained back 3 years later, nearly 20, I would say. And then how that happened, when I tell you that I don't know, I really have no idea, because I literally didn't change anything in my routine. I even improved some segments like moving and water drinking and all of it, but and then I did a lot of analysis, and I spoke to my endocrinologist and nutritionist, and then when I asked them, okay, what more should I change in my nutrition, both of them told me nothing. So I was like, this is impossible. I know how it works. I know that you gain weight when you are eating too much. It's all about calories, and that you're losing weight when you are in deficit, right? And you're moving and all of that. And then endocrinologist explained to me that sometimes in our body happen things that even medicine cannot explain. And she told me that I needed, because I was really too hard on myself, and she told me that I need to stop with it, that it's not a solution, and that I need to trust them, and let's see to find some alternative, which we did. So I'm taking a treatment for, okay, I started with the treatment in October last year. So with the first dose of the treatment until February, we managed for me to stop gaining weight, which is great. And then she changed my dose to the second one, and now I am losing let's say 1 kilo per month, and I'm the happiest ever. Again, I didn't change anything else. I'm eating as I was eating before. My meals are my sacred routine. I have 4 meals per day. I am cooking a lot. I'm also eating outside. I'm having desserts. I am like doing everything, let's say, just normal and balanced. And I'm even like moving even more than before, let's say, and all of that. And finally, it's paying off. So when I was talking with a friend, I think she was like, okay, that's cool, but just 1 kilo per month. And I was like, listen, that is just my body. My body decides to do this or that. My body decided for me to gain weight, having a normal routine that I had when I lost so much weight. So, like, if my body is deciding now to lose 1 kilo per month, I prefer that than just like having a feeling like it's constantly working against me. So I'm fine with this. Good thing about this jumpsuit, I can put it on, close it and everything. I still don't like how it looks on me right now, but I think in a couple of months it will be more than fine. So I couldn't even go in until recently, and now it's not fitting how I would love to, but I can wear it and zip it and everything. So that counts too, right? So I definitely feel better about my body, and I think that you can see. I think that when my friends saw me now in May, after quite some time, Nearly everybody noticed that I was just different. I had a different glow, that my body was looking different. So that's kind of cool. That's it. That was everything, the most important, let's say, from my spring vision board. Well, I didn't calculate, but I think that I had so much more things that were done than not done. So when I'm telling you that seasonal vision board is doing the job, definitely it does. I am now already considering what I want to put on my summer vision board. That is that I will be thinking about starting these days. So I think that my next video will probably be the creation of the summer vision board. We're going to do that together. So I could maybe give you some ideas how I do that. So stay tuned, subscribe so you don't miss next video. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you soon.